Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? Good, I hope. I am starting to feel it, so I've started decaffeinating. Which I generally do like twice a year. In order to reset my caffeine tolerance. And I am like day 2 into the weaning process, where I don't go cold turkey. I wean myself off. I wean off pretty rapidly. Like I basically cut it in half for like 3 days, and then I stop. Cause like right now I've been doing like 3 cups, and then I go down to 2, then I go down to 1, then or even less than that, and then I like do a day of tea only for my caffeine, and then not too much because it's easy to just drink way too much tea as well, and then I stop, for like at least 2 weeks, minimum 1 week, generally like 2 weeks, maybe 3. Yeah, we were still doing side quests. I still don't know where the fuck this Bomb King is supposed to be. Like, if I read... Aiming for the Imperial Chase. I don't... I know it's not in Dalmekia, because there's no fucking woods there, so it's gonna be one of these 2 areas. Just not sure where. I could check here. That's more woods here than here. Actually, there is no woods here, really. It's all marshes. So I guess I would have to be here somewhere. The ruins of an airship. I don't know. But I'm gonna do this side quest first because it's easy to locate. Because the game tells me where it is. It's already located for me.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
They're saying Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna...
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
Fair.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthy patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Well, that's where my dude's gotta be.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind...
There's something
stepping
weird about the
outside
name
for a moment?
Ignac. It sounds fake. Like it almost sounds like a liquor, like cognac. How do you pronounce that? Cognac? But it's spelled
Sorry if I've
cognac.
caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I don't even remember
No.
whose quest
Though
this
some
is.
discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed.
I think it said blacksmith something, so I guess it has to do with Blackthorn.
Pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
But so far it's all been references to
speak
Karen.
Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
I did start making tea, so I gotta go pour water in the tea to start the teaing tea. Okay. The tea is teaing. So, you know, I'll have actual tea. I just hope it doesn't taste like vinegar. Because, cleaned my kettle today with vinegar, and I don't know if it was, like, sufficiently dried and rinsed out. So, that would suck. Just tasted like vinegar. There isn't anything on here called the Imperial Chase, is there? Just to rule it out. Okay, it doesn't look like it.
All right.
I kind of wish the sound effects happened. I kind of wish they would overlap so I could just like do it in time with the music. Bam, 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 bam. $10 gil? I see that a lot when I'm wandering around. It's like, here's 1 to 10 gil, and I'm like, why is this a treasure randomly out in the world?
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Oh, pressed it too late. The window's probably more generous than I think it is. Oh, is this gonna go off on the stagger? Did, okay. God damn it. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
This must be Ignac's luggage.
Oh, these were the chests I couldn't loot earlier.
All right. Let's get it back to Delamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Can we see it?
No combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards.
Does he have some of that
Very
stone?
Stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself. And a far more fitting payment.
For getting his luggage back?
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
What was in his chest?
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Fast travel? Hell yeah. Fast load time as well. I'm still not used to it. Be right back. My tea does not taste like vinegar.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Hey, a whetstone?
Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted.
That's what we need from our Blackthorn.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right? I will.
Hey. Excalibur design draft. That sounds like a late game type weapon. That's a name you give to a late game weapon. Usually. Potentially. Just gonna mess with a thing in OBS super quick. Let's see. I'm messing with my gate. So, yeah. It just filters out like quiet sounds. Or doesn't activate on quiet sounds, so I can talk. I can still talk like super quiet like this. Okay. I mean, that's probably good. I don't think I ever talk quieter than this. Put it there. What? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What'd you need? So, what'll it be?
Excalibur needs a bomb ember. No, the Scarletite.
Anything else?
It still hurts me that I accidentally sold fucking Scarletite. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Alright, what's up? What's up here? About the other day, I'll have you know I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one, not even my mother. You won't soon catch me doing the like again, so if it please your lordship, you can both forget about the whole damn thing. The Cid I chose to follow all them years ago is gone, and there ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy, that lives on, in you and everyone else here at the Hideaway, sure as the sky is blue. Oh. His legacy, that lives on. Emphasis is important, and sometimes you can get it wrong when you're reading. At least I think it's still blue, and as long as it is, I'll be right here where you can count on me. Wrong emphasis on the wrong... I swear I've got... Oh, yeah. It's Goblet. Didn't I get a thing for, like, I thought... I was sure that Excalibur's thing was gonna go on the wall. Cid's Goblet. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held onto the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Cid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. I was certain, because it was labeled as a curiosity, so I was like, oh, I think curiosity's going on my wall. So the plans for the Excalibur would be up there. But they're not. Oh, I guess it says it in the thing, displayed in Clive's chambers. Alright then. Let's go read some encyclopedia. Almost done. For now. Almost caught up, that is.
My knowledge is yours. I have a few new notes that might interest
How do I have new entries? I do like Oz side. How do I have new I do like Oz side quests.
Today.
Torgal. Blood of Fenrir, Clive's faithful friend. He is a rare frost wolf imbued with the same sorcerer's strength as his ancestor Fenrir, which he calls upon to defend his allies in times of crisis. Though the manner in which he primes into Fenriric form is reminiscent of dominant summoning their icons, Torgal calls not on his own icon, but upon the powers of those who have walked beside him over the years, and with whose ether he has become imbued. Otto, a hidden past, chief steward of Clive's hideaway and Cid's hideaway before it. He first met Cid aboard the trading ship he worked as a purser, and the two became fast friends. However, after his firstborn awakened as a bear and his family gladly condemned the son he loved to a life of slavery, Otto could no longer turn a blind eye to the suffering of those touched by the ether. His friend rallied to his cause, and together they swore to save Otto's son and others like him. Alright then. The fall of Drake's Fang. Drake's Fang, Mother Crystal of the Dalmekian Republic, was destroyed by Cid the Outlaw and his associates in the year 878. Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan, also disappeared in the attack and was presumed to have died. The loss of their icon led to the Dalmeks hastening their withdrawal from the conflict with the Empire that was ongoing at the time. Briar's Kiss. Lubor's Forge in Dalamil. Its name is known across the Republic for the quality of its steel and the skill of its smiths. The Forge Master of the Briar's Kiss is a man of many titles. Forge Master Non-Periel Deserter, Rosina Dalamil, and dear friend and ally of the late Sidolphus Telamon. At the Republican Parliament. I don't know if I ever read the first one of these. Highest Council of Government of the Republic of Dalmekia, 7 ministers are responsible for ruling the nation. Though their will is often molded to that of their permanent economic advisor, Hugo Kupka, who leverages his power as the dominant Titan to shape the Republic's policies. After the death of Hugo Kupka and destruction of Drake's Fang, the Republic descended into chaos, and it fell to the ministers to pick up the pieces of their crumbling country. Yeah, well, sucks to be them. The Valkyrie Desert, a vast arid wilderness located in the Dalmekian Republic. The further west one travels, the deeper and more forbidding the sands grow, and the more frequent the signs of settlements long since deserted. To the south, water can at least be found, albeit piping hot, quality which has given rise to Dalamil Inn and the hot springs surrounding it. Despite the forbidding environment, trade ensures a steady flow of traffic north and south, served by various inns along the way. The Jaw, a wild, mountainous region of southwestern Dalmatia from which Drake's Fang can be seen looming in the distance. Not anymore, though. Drake's Spine, a mother crystal situated in Stonehur, capital of the kingdom of Waloed. Its sheer walls strikingly similar to the towering cliffs that line the coasts of Ash. The interior can only be gained by means of a solitary stone span that stretches from the heart of the city proper. Being the last remaining mother crystal on Ash, the crystals harvested from its surface are a vital lifeline for the Walooder people, but even then their number is far from enough to sate the kingdom's appetite, thus forcing her king to seek sources elsewhere. The fall of Drake's Breath. The mother crystal Drake's Breath, held by the Iron Kingdom since before the fall of the Duchy of Rosaria, was destroyed in the year 878. When its heart was shattered, the ensuing destruction took with it not just Mount Drustanus, but the entire Isle of Bain Lodlad. Imrain, patriarch of the faith known as the Crystalline Orthodoxy, was also killed in the attack. Crystalline Dominion, which I'm also not sure I ever read the basic information of. A tiny independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash. Its capital, Twinside, is built on the tiny Isles of Ark from which its mother crystal Drake's tail rises. The lack of a dominant has seen the Dominion become the subject of constant maneuvering over the years, both political and military, and it was only through the recent convening of a Council of All Nations that a non-aggression treaty towards the neutral body was forged, and a tenuous stability amongst centuries-old rivals achieved. After Drake's head was destroyed in 873, the Holy Empire of Sambrek declared Twinside its new capital in defiance of the long-standing non-aggression treaty. While controversial, the move, carried out by Prince Dion and his Knights Dragoon, proceeded mostly unopposed, largely due to the Dominion's lack of a dominant of its own with which to intimidate the interlopers. Twinside, the former capital of the Crystal Dominion, after a unilateral maneuver by the Holy Empire of Sambrek in 873, it became the imperial capital. You know, I'm just going to finish this up right now. There's not that many left. Drake's Tail, a mother crystal located in the Crystalline Dominion, is one of only 5 remaining in Valistea and is the largest of its kind. Silhouetted by the setting sun, the islands of the Dominion spread out before it. The tail is truly a wonder to behold. I wonder which one we're gonna destroy next. Drake's Tail or the other one? Drake's Spine. The Isles of Ark, the cluster of tiny islands upon which the Crystalline Dominion stands. They are largely man-made, have been built on top of existing ruins, and are arranged with an administrative hub at the center, surrounded by the citizens' dwellings, and beyond those, the slums in which various refugees make their homes. The glistening spire at the island center is home to the Dominion's mother crystal. Non-aggression treaty, a pact in which was codified the agreement between nations to refrain from invading the Crystalline Dominion and laying claim to its mother crystal, Drake's Tail. It both cemented the Dominion's position at the center of world politics and placed checks on the ability of key players to exploit that position. Old Canver, the capital of the Free Cities of Canver, located at the tail end of Titan's Wake and Southeast Storm. It is a hive of mercantile activity where one can hardly move from the trade transacted on nigh every cobbled corner. Canver's independence. The Free Cities' bid for independence began in 849, when several prominent Canverian guildmasters announced their desire to secede from the Republic of Dalmatia. After a bitter struggle lasting 8 long years, this independence was finally achieved in 857. The Boiling Sea, the sea that lies between Rosaria's western coast and the distant isles of the Iron Kingdom. For centuries have the navies of the Duchy and the Crusade traded blows on these unnaturally tepid waters, which lap at the foot of Mount Drustanus, home to the mother crystal of Drake's Breath. Strait of Altha, the narrow channel to the north of the Crystalline Dominion that separates the continents of Storm and Ash. With Sambreki to the west, Waloed to the east, and the Dominion to the south, its shores are never short of soldiers or political tension. The Gregorian Church, the state religion of the Holy Empire of Sambrek, whose followers worship the goddess Gregor as the one true deity. At the church's head stands the Holy Emperor, voted into office by his fellow cardinals and supposedly their equal, though this is widely recognized to be a convenient fiction. The followers of Gregor worship dragons as sacred servants of their goddess, and since the founding days of the empire have both doted and depended upon them. And finally, the Battle of the Twin Realms. The Battle of the Twin Realms was a conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sambrek and the Kingdom of Walud in the year 865. This is what we saw at the very beginning of the game, I believe. Sambrekwa forces with the power of the icon Bahamut on their side took the Strait of Altha back from Walud, putting an end to a blockade that had lasted several decades. The Waluders, looking to hold back the Sambrekwa advance by any means necessary, formed an alliance with the Dalmekian Republic, who themselves were waging war against the Iron Kingdom on the Western Front, and prevented the Empire from progressing any further. We're caught up.
You are always welcome.
We're straight up caught up. Now when I go to read it, there's not going to be that many, and I can just catch up again. Just in time, too, because my voice was, like, really starting to feel it. Okay. Chase Imperial. But there's woods, so I'm assuming it's here somewhere. Aha! Imperial Chase is right there. Do I have any reason to fight these? They're probably super low level. I mean, those are just... Yeah, they're super low level. Although, it's just an Avis, but... We'll fight this one, why not? It's a bit ground. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where am I? Yeah, it's over here. I don't know if I've ever fought a raptor. I mean, I probably did at some point. Okay, well, it's in one of these two areas. It's probably there. It's perfectly circular. And this is not the ruins of an airship. I'm sorry to say. I don't mean to insult their house, but,
That'll feel good, boy.
not a fallen airship, that's for sure. Probably should have left my tea steeping longer. I don't understand why he's just sitting here holding a controller is hurting my shoulder. That's... What the fuck is wrong with my body? Oh, it's only rank B. I already bought a rank S. For some reason I thought it was gonna be harder.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Can you not float right next to the fire pool? Oh, it doesn't have like a stagger. That's a problem. Oh, come on. Okay.
Nice try.
Okay, they all died from it. Stop moving. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm fine. Don't explode in my face. Oh, I have a lot of gil now. Ooh. I haven't sold. If I hadn't sold a fucking Scarletite, I could be making a new sword now that's way stronger than my current one.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought a bucket. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
I wonder if there are any enemies that will like drop it,
The wine needs more than this.
even if it's rare. I might not have access to it yet, but only in the special circumstances, like the few hunts I did.
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I
Ooh.
could work some magic on that.
Like I can hold more, or we're gonna make him stronger.
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Noise.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Oh, he's definitely Mid's assistant if he's saying Mo.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No,
I
no.
think.
Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Well, you want to rub some stuff on my bag, you go right ahead. Who am I to deny you the pleasure? Ooh. 2 extra regular potions. I mean, those barely heal me now. Oh, I got a new reward. But also, hold on. Sadly, there's no sound in the background because I'm tapping out. But FF16 Scarlet Knight. Where can I get more? How to get more? It's a very scarce material. Go, fuck me. Defeating formidable and notorious marks. Completing a specific side quest. But you can get more from this material guide. Scarlet. Sake. Okay, so I can't get more. I mean, eventually I can get more from other marks. But you can't just like farm it. And I sold 2 of them. Fuck my life. Apparently you only need 3, and I already had 4 because I used them on the Drake Slayers, and the Excalibur is the last thing. Fuck. But there's something like 5 or 6 in the game.
I think Mid might need some help.
At least I don't think I killed all the marks for it. I didn't really read the names too closely, so... Oh, that sucks.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. All done?
What do? Healing potency of high potions. Okay. I mean, I use lunge a lot, but maybe there's something better than just 5% more damage. Maybe combo damage. I do that more, I think. Yeah, let's just do a little save.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving Uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canver. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Poor Gav just got sent away all the time.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
It does seem that way, yes.
Nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canver pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Oh, main mission time. Sid's Legacy. Alright. I assumed we were going straight to Canver, but I guess not. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention. It's entirely possible.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
No, it's not.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Especially after last time.
That'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Boklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Boklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
I thought Goots was coming with us.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Because I don't know, like, I don't have a better idea. Disguise ourselves as, like, a merchant's caravan. Or whatever. Latney's Cleft. Okay, it's just over there. A narrow pass through otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from rock by the very gods themselves. Any new things? Nah. Onwards and upwards.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
What, a new quest, what? Alright, as long as that's the only one.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
I completely missed my upwards attack.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
We gotta go kill a thing.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
This is a trap. There's no way this isn't a trap. They're the bait.
Have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say?
I think you're part of those ruffians. I'll have to kill you too.
Come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Will I?
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits.
Or the rival bandits.
You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
One of the two. Either way, it's a quest to do, so I'm doing it.
It's those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Why did it stop partway through? Ooh, parry. I wasn't even at 1.5. Oh, I thought I hit the button in time. It did say new enemies approach, and I didn't even see them. I just got killed off screen. Oh, I can get... I have a lot of skill points.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
I mean, I have them all now, right? Okay. What do I get for upgrade? Increases bolts. Also known as damage. I mean, I'm only like 400 away for that. And this is by far the best boss killer. Do like it. I like this one too. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade Judgment Bolt. I'm gonna hold on.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Yeah, be nice. Honor among thieves and all that. Or politeness among thieves. Don't be a dick. You killed your competitors.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
Okay. I thought there might have been an area down there. It's like, if I took the other path, would it just collapse on me? Fall down to a new area? No? Alright then. I mean, this bridge looks the same quality as the ones I saw in Rosaria, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, okay. Get fucked! Big fucking waterfall. The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago. Man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
They probably are. It's all fantasy. They always are true.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Meanwhile, and this thing that looks like it has a giant fast travel spire in the center of it.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
Yeah, same thing.
The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Oh, there's new things. The Empire of Sanbreque, a nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm, with Twinside as its capital. Apparently not content with the upheaval caused by removing his court to the recently seized Crystalline Dominion, Sylvester Lesage chose to compound the uncertainty by instilling his second son Olivier as Holy Emperor while still a child. Second son of Emperor Sylvester of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, and third of Empress Annabella. After Annabella's machinations saw the Dalmec's siege of the Crystalline Dominion broken and the victory ascribed to the young prince, Sylvester was convinced to surrender his throne to their beloved son, anointing him Emperor Olivier, first of his name. Sylvester Lesage, Emperor Emeritus of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. In the wake of the events of Phoenix Gate, he married Annabelle Rosfield and sired a second son, Olivier, with her. Annabella and Olivier's influence in the affairs of the imperial court was to only grow over the years until Sylvester was finally convinced to surrender his throne to the young prince, announcing him to be the latest in the long line of earthly incarnations of Gregor. Or Grigor, as he said.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring.
This is the first time this kid has talked. I thought he was going to be like one of those creepy mutes who like...
Father, can't we have luncheon instead?
Who like... just like puts his head on his mother's lap and avoids speaking at any cost, and then the adults would just keep talking for him the whole time.
Inherit your father's throne.
I'm mostly thinking of that one kid in Game of Thrones.
I've suffered worse.
Where he's like suckling on his mother's teat, even though he's like
Count
14.
your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Oh, no knowledge. Is he a bastard son, or is this a gay thing? I mean, I can't look now. Ooh, there's no things, though. Oots, an apprentice to Karen, an ally of the Hideaway. He is the proud bearer of a trader's pass that allows him to travel freely across the realm, something that is indispensable in completing the errands that Karen sets him. His latest task, to journey to the Crystalline Dominion in the company of Clive and Jill, using the pass to cross the heavily guarded and fortified border. Boklad, a busy market town situated on the northeastern coast of Dalmekia, also known as the Thousand Tables. Its streets throng with merchants from across the realm, each loudly hawking their wares to keen-eyed customers intent on finding a bargain.
The Boklad markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Bow, 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 bow.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside.
Helguru.
His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. So we can wait for the siege.
Oh, did that miss? Alright, we're 1.5. We're limit breaking. Still didn't kill him though. That was really low damage actually.
Too slow.
I could kill some antelopes out of nowhere.
More refugees.
I feel like that would draw attention to me.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Bing, 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 bing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Turf for hire. Best service and the best.
There's bound to be a chest or two. This is such a cool crater. And it's so perfect. Like the cliffs are so perfectly straight.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
I am hurrying, my lord.
How come no one says post-haste anymore?
Scooping up.
You want something moving? Then Oldrich is your man. He's never lost a load, and he's a third the price of the Crimson Caravans. Don't bother with the best, put Oldrich to the test.
All the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
Movers are pretty nice. Can't deny that.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. A fine choice. You've a discerning eye.
Yes. You know, I'm gonna buy one elixir just to have it.
Many thanks.
I never find these anywhere.
A discerning eye.
I sometimes find those somewhere.
You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
I guess I'll just take a quick look up here. Just, you never know.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietor?
Ooh. Very right next to each other. Bing, 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 bing.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
I hear the brothers found
Man, there were a lot of chests here. Granted, I never look. I've had plenty of opportunities to look around for chests, and I never do, and there's probably plenty that I missed. They just, like... They're all pointless, kind of, because it's like, they're all just, like, monster drops that I have, like, hundreds of, or gil, or, I mean, there's an equestrian roll here and there, and that's about it.
Wonders from across the water.
There's nothing
Can one
consequential.
come
It's not
off
like I ever
this
find any
rise?
gear in them.
Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches.
I'll take the large one.
Oh, that was easy. Almost ran by him though.
There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will
Oh,
you?
he lost the pass.
Slow down, Goods. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Boklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
Ooh, Boklad, a busy market town situated on the northeastern coast of Dalmekia, where the Strait of Altha drains slowly into the gaping crater of Zemeckis Falls. Also known as the Thousand Tables, its streets throng with merchants from across the realm, each loudly hawking their wares to keen-eyed customers intent on finding a bargain. The gate at the rear of the town leads directly onto the Crystal Road, and therefore out of the Republic. As such, it is heavily guarded against unauthorized entry or exit. Crystalline Impasse, a conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sambrek and the Republic of Dalmekia in the year 878. The dispute was born from the Dalmekians' fierce objections to Sambrek's occupation of Twinside, capital city of the Crystalline Dominion. However, when the Republic finally entered the fray, it found itself sorely outmatched. So the outlaws' destruction of Drake's Fang further weakened their position. With their homeland in chaos, the Dalmecs were forced to negotiate a withdrawal. Credit for this turn of events was largely attributed to Olivier Lesage, second-born son of the Holy Emperor, in light of which he was made Crown Prince of Sambrek.
All right. We'll meet you there.
I am determined to stay on top of this encyclopedia.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the check.
And not like when I go back to the hideaway, I just have like 500 entries to read again. I refuse.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
It's also a
Then I
fuck
bid you
ton.
good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
What is a bairn?
I don't intend to.
Is it like a child or something? Eloise, owner of the Crimson Caravans, a highly esteemed porterage firm in Boklad. Eloise has a knack for business and a head for figures, which she used to build her business from the ground up into the success it is today.
Wisdom. We just need our pass back. Then
Is it?
We can be on our way.
Is it like a street urchin, like a little kid?
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black
Oh,
market.
it is children.
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
There's always been like an odd bit of like
A pleasure doing
disconnect
business with you, Clive.
when we have the powers of icons. We wouldn't even need to like force our way through. We could literally just prime and just like jump over it. And like, yeah, that puts the city on high alert, but we have so much power.
Spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Like when we fight soldiers as a human, they pose no threat whatsoever. It's just like at no point do any of these enemies ever pose any threat to us, other than like other dominants and icons. So we could just go charging in, or at least get over this, and then, you know, just run our way to like where we need to go. It's just, I don't know, it's always a bit of disbelief. You always have to, especially in video games, where like you kind of just have to like accept that they're gonna try and do things as if they don't have the powers until they need the powers.
Looking for something in particular? Ah,
But you still have the powers.
Collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
I assume this is just going to be like a series of conversations. Maybe we have to run away and like go here. This thing that has a name.
Find anything of this quality in Twinside?
And fight some people. And get our pass
Come
back.
with me to the Dominion. Life.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
Right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
You won't find anything of this quality.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not pay attention to a single word of the entire conversation. I started thinking about other things.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
The caravan stops next.
More children?
Jug of snake spit for the road.
Excuse me.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears. Beets and...
I've been thinking lately that something... Granted, there has been a lot of side quests lately, in the game, but I'm just like sitting here like this game's starting to drag slightly.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Like it started off really strong, and right now it's just. I hope this is the only bit of like mundane minutia, and then we quickly move on to something cool.
If we robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
I mean, if I hadn't done a ton of side quests,
The moment they found out,
it probably wouldn't feel like a drag.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
Smart. We're not just gonna ignore these other two kids that could also potentially give us the info we need.
Far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
But what? Did he disappear into some tunnel? 'Cause that'd be kind of smart, actually.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
Oh.
It's all right, Hunter.
Alright, there's no tunnels. There's no secret kid stealing tunnels.
I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
Who the fuck is this? Do I got a thing? Not yet.
We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
But
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless...
Do I got a thing now because we heard his name? Oh, not yet.
You're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Eloise?
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade.
Wow. Theodore, porter and guard for the Crimson Caravans porterage firm that he runs with his beloved sister Eloise.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gill and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Cool. Quest complete. Hell yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Alright, before I continue, I haven't taken a break yet tonight, so I'm going to do that right now. So I'll be right back.